What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Just want to talk about our new running back coach, Keel McDonald from USC. Home cooking once again, grabbing a coach from the local area. And let's talk a little bit about his history, kind of some of the running backs that he's worked with. And let's even just watch some highlights of one of the running backs we're going to talk about. So let's get into it, guys. Bolt Bros, let's go.
I'm Dale Henley. You watching the Bolt Bros podcast? Let's do it!
All right, guys, once again, appreciate all the love and support. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not. We appreciate hearing from you in the comments below. So love to be able to hear from you always. We love hearing to be able to see what you guys want to chat about and what your thoughts are on this video and then some. So once again, guys, let's chat about Keel McDonald, our new running back coach here from USC. Awesome hire. There's not really much connections in the sense of Jim Harbaugh to the Ravens, to any of that type of stuff. But once again, he's got a really good track record all around. So just to give you a bigger idea, he was prepped at Colorado Springs, Thomas B. Doherty High. He was a football, hockey, basketball, and track star at that time. Got a bachelor's degree at Sacramento State in 2006. He was a quarterback at Sacramento City College from 2002 to 2003, earning an NorCal Conference honorable mention as a sophomore. He played 2 games at Arizona in 2004, before an injury ended his season. He transferred to Sac State for the 2005 season. He won Big Sky all academic honors, and then to Idaho at 2006, where he had 31 tackles, 5 pass breakups, and interception. From there, he coached at Gunderson High in San Jose, California as a strength coach. 2010. He was the defensive backs and strength coach at San Jose City College there, and then interned with the Niners in 2010. So maybe that's kind of where the bigger connection's at. Looking at that, you think, okay, he was with the Niners, right? He was with the, Niners in 2010. There's a little bit of a connection there, right? And so that's kind of where the only real big connection could be at, albeit that was a Mike Singletary time with the Niners, but maybe there was after Jim Harbaugh came in there and kind of did his things. He probably had an interview with Kiel McDonald and was like, hey, you know what? Made an impression on me at that point and, brought him back around. So interesting thing to see that happen there. But so at that time in 2011, he was a graduate assistant offensive quality coach at Arizona State, and also the team got to the Las Vegas Bowl. Before coming to Utah, he spent 5 years running back coach at Eastern Washington. This is a really cool one. He had inherited a run game that averaged 79 yards in 2011. He helped the rushing attack improve to 183.7 yards per game in his second season. Awesome. They got to the playoffs 4 times during the time there, advancing to the national semifinals in 2012, 13, and 16. In the quarterfinals in 2014. So very cool to see that. But in the 5 seasons with the Utah running back coach, during his time, he led the Pac-12 in rushing in 2021. And he basically, first teamer Tavon Thomas eclipsing the 1,000-yard rushing barrier, where he set the Utah single season rushing TD record with 21. 2019, All-American first teamer. Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year, Zach Moss, achieved the 3rd consecutive 1,000-yard season. Loved Zach Moss, and I thought he was great as a player. Ty Jordan was a freshman, All-American Pac-12 Newcomer of the Year, Pac-12 Offensive Freshman of the Year in 2020, while averaging 119.4 yards rushing, top among FBS freshmen. Utes won the Pac-12 South Division in 2018, 2019, 21. Pac-12 champs in 2021. Either which way, there's a lot of big things that he did and was on a bunch of teams that actually did extremely well in the run game side of things. I mean, once again, he's not the offensive coordinator per se, but he is the guy coaching up these running backs to be able to work at what system we're bringing in. You know, Greg Roman loves to run the ball, and you expect that we're going to solidify that a lot with our coaching here. This is, once again, another coach that's got a lot of experience. You want to be able to see that, guys. You want to be able to see a coach that has done a lot in the college rankings, find ways to be able to get the best out of their players. And really, Keel McDonald looks to be a perfect fit in what Greg Roman's trying to achieve. A lot of 1,000-yard backs, have a very solid run game. He's got a guy that potentially could just be a very, very consistent running back coach for, you assume that somebody's going to end up getting injured on the running back side. You want continuity to your game. And I feel like Keel McDonald is going to be a great coach to be able to make sure Greg Roman's scheme is going to be very high, producing in the running back side of things. He's going to be able to have a very strong run game, regardless of whatever running backs in the backfield. So good hire all around to have Keel McDonald here. Just to go a little bit further about Keel McDonald here. He coached Travis Dye, who I thought was a really good running back coming out of USC. He ended up getting injured. He ended up getting to, I think, the practice squad with the Jets. I think he's a free agent now. Not sure where he's going to be at this point, but basically he had an injury. Did rush about 844 yards on 145 carries, averaging 6.1 yards per carry, which is phenomenal. 9 touchdowns. Great season for him. Some of the best running backs have come through Keel McDonald. One that I could even say right here is this guy right here, Marshawn Lloyd. Big fan of his. I think he's going to be a phenomenal talent. If you've seen any highlights on that, which I'll show that to you here shortly, this guy, I think, could be a great pickup for the Chargers. Good, fast, physical kind of guy, a guy that basically has the ability to run to the outside edge, kind of patient at the same side, can break through tackles and do quite a bit all around. I do get a little worried, and sometimes when I watch him, that he tries to do too much and then could get a little bit in trouble with fumble situations. But at the same side, nice, fast, physical kind of guy that I think is going to be a great running back in the NFL. One other one that I'm just going to point out, and I chatted with about too, is Zach Moss. Zach Moss is a guy that I thought was very underutilized all around with the Bills. I mean, once again, that run game runs through Josh Allen. I mean, Josh Allen's essentially the run game with the Bills. And when he went over to the Colts after Jonathan Taylor just went down, he had a good season last year, guys, like 183 yards, 794 yards total, 4.3 average per carry. You'd like to get that up to the 4.5. He did also have a few catches too, give or take about 27 catches on 37 targets, 192. That's not huge factor in the pass game, but not bad at all, knowing that he has a catching ability. But when he came out of Utah, he was stellar. I thought he was going to be a phenomenal back in the NFL. And once again, he is a undrafted, or he is a free agent at this offseason too. So that is one guy to be able to think, hey, you could get an experienced guy in the backfield, a guy that has actually been in the NFL, will go into his 6th season. He's definitely got some tread on the tires still too. Was a third-round pick, 5'9", 205 kind of build guy. You would kind of think he would be a little bit bigger. I'd like to get him in the more 215, 220-ish area if possible. But Zach Moss is one guy to be able to keep an eye on too for free agency. I think this could be a great connection. Once again, it's continuity, guys. You want a guy like Keel McDonald to be able to have his guys that understand his coaching ability and to be able to fit well into Greg Roman's system. So this could be another pick here too. So one thing I just wanted to point out real quick, and going back to Marshawn Lloyd here, big fan of his, guys. Great running back all around. I'll show you just a quick video on him and his highlights here. Excited about him. I think he's going to be a great talent all around for this team. And I think that if we do draft him, they're saying that he's probably going to be more around a 4th round pick kind of thing. I think the combine might help him out a bit, but as you know, a lot of running backs aren't picked in the, 1st round, 2nd round kind of. It's not as common anymore. People like to kind of go more in the 3rd, 4th round, which I think is a good zone for where the Chargers will be looking to draft a running back. So let me just show you a couple little highlights here of him. This was kind of his video that he presented out about him going to the NFL draft. So, you know, he once again has a cutback ability. He has the ability to stop and go. He has good ability and a good strong foot into the ground to be able to make that tight cut. I love seeing that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of how LT was, where he just has the ability to just put that foot in and go and do a great job of making people miss. He has the ability, and he's about a 5'9", 215 kind of running back. Good size all around. Good size all around. And he has the ability of, once again, hit people. And you want to see that, guys. You want to be able to see a guy that knows how to hit somebody, get through the coverage, or get through the block, or guy who's trying to tackle him or whatnot, has the ability to stiff arm. You got to love that, guys. I love seeing that. So good outside speed all around too here. The guy seems like a great fit for us. Look at that cut back. Let's move to the other side. Let's get around the corner and the edge. Let's go. Let's go. Touchdown, tutty, baby. So I think this is going to be one of those guys, and this is just a little bit of an NFL draft preview in a sense, that I would love to be able to see this guy, Marshawn Lloyd, on the Chargers. He seems like a great fit all around for us. He seems like a guy that actually could fit very well in the system, and a guy that could definitely be a bell cow for us. Now, we're going to have to probably go through a couple different running backs here, and we're going to have to build up a lot of that area of our team. This is one of those guys that I think would be a phenomenal pickup for us on the team, and a local guy too. So we'd love to be able to see more local talent on this Chargers team. So once again, guys, excited about this hiring with Keel McDonald. It would be awesome if he has the ability to go after and get, you know, Zach Moss. Heck, maybe we get Zach Moss and we could get Marshawn Lloyd. Have two of his past running backs on this team. You know, I love hirings that you get from local teams like USC, big college schools, guys that basically have the insight on certain players on the team, has guys that have fit well and succeeded well in his system and his coaching style. This is a great hire for the Chargers to be able to bring in Kiel McDonald. This is something I'm very excited about, where you're going to bring a guy that's experienced, a guy that hasn't been in the NFL other than an intern side of things, that could really add more to this team and more experience all around to this team. Let's go out there and keep this going, guys. This momentum is phenomenal for what we're doing with this coaching staff and what we're building here with Jim Harbaugh and Joe Ortiz. So once again, guys, appreciate all the support and love. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, let's hear from you. Let's hear what your thoughts is on this hiring with Kiel McDonald, and also some of the running backs that he's coached in the past. So once again, guys, James from Bolt Bros. Let's go.